Welcome, welcome everyone. Welcome to the call. My name is Vanessa Duplessis and I am a friend and partner of Mr. Jonathan Budd. I have to tell you that I met this young man a few years ago and my life has changed a lot since then. We're very excited to have you here tonight as we believe this is the most viral, powerful, and lucrative concept we've ever seen released in the home entrepreneur space. First, we're going to play a quick video. Then Jonathan is going to come out and tell you more. Jonathan, we can see my screen yet? Let's make sure we see my screen. All right. Here we go.
What's moving and shaking, my friends? It's Mr. Jonathan Budd, and I want to welcome everybody to the call. I am so darn excited to have you here, and I know that if you are here, you're ready for some major fireworks. You're ready for a big announcement, and I think you're ready to hear what all of the buzz in the industry has been about. Hopefully, we just wanted to share a little trailer, a little video with you real quick, kind of just to show you a sneak behind the scenes of what we've been sharing with some of our inner circle peeps right now. But over the next 15 to 20 minutes, my friends, we're going to have a conversation that I personally believe is one of the most innovative, one of the most viral, one of the most powerful concepts and conversations that the home entrepreneur industry has ever seen, literally ever seen. And the reason why I say that is because over the last decade, companies have magnetized their ability or magnified their ability to reach record numbers of people and create record valuations in record times. We've had companies like Google start that are worth hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars in less than a decade. In less than a decade, Facebook started and went from 0 people to 1 billion people all over the world and is worth over $100 billion today. We've had companies like Zynga start, which is the makers of Farmville and Cityville, which in less than 4 years had 250 million people playing their games per month, and we're worth over we're worth over $7 billion. And so we've seen all of this. That's just a tip of the iceberg of all the companies that I could share with you. And all of this has come on the scenes literally in the last decade, right? We've seen this unbelievable, explosion of technology companies, whether it be apps or internet companies, etc., really just take off like never before in the last decade. And so there's this brand new model that I think the home entrepreneur world has never actually caught up with. We've never been able to figure out how do we actually enter into the modern conversation outside of, selling stuff or pushing stuff or hawking stuff. And that's not to say that there aren't incredibly valuable companies, because I believe there's an unbelievable amount of valuable companies, amazing companies doing amazing work in the world, yet it's just a model that has existed for a long time. And I think the model that you're getting ready to hear about today, and the invitation that I'm getting ready to share with you, is for truly something different. It is truly something innovative. It's what we call a blue ocean, meaning there is no competition. There are no other players in town. There is nobody else who's ever done what we're going to do, and that's why I'm so excited. That's why I think it's such a unique, powerful opportunity, such a unique moment for you to really be here. Truly one of the first people in the world to be hearing about this, the first people I've ever shared to my entire community this story with, and what I'm getting ready to share with you tonight. So I briefly want to discuss a little bit about how this is going to go. What we're going to do is I'm going to share with you just a little bit of what's about to happen and what's coming for a few minutes. Then, provided that the internet streaming is working great, and Vanessa, if there's any way that you could really boost your internet speed, close whatever browsers or anything, just so that we have as much juice as possible here, we're going to play an 8-minute video for you that's actually going to show you, and just so you can see it, and you know, I can also actually give you the link so you can see it in the event that it's not working, but we want to make sure we can kind of keep everything dialed in here. But we're going to play an 8-minute video for you that's going to explain sort of the big picture concept and everything that's going on right now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a little bit about the vision, and after you watch that video, explain a little bit more about what's going on. And then we'll give you some instructions at the end of tonight's webinar to get more information if you're interested in getting more information. So that's a little bit about what's going on. Before we head into there, I just want to kind of take a moment to address personally, you know, what this signifies in my career. So, over the last 6 years, I've really had just an unbelievable experience being a home entrepreneur. At 21 years old, I was introduced to network marketing, and it forever changed my life. It was the first time that I'd ever heard that I could be an entrepreneur in this type of model, where I could experience leverage and be able to have a business without investing, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars in infrastructure. And it was a simple concept that altered the direction of my life forever. And by exploring that concept and choosing to start my own business, I ventured off into the world to go out there and try to become successful. And of course, like most business owners, it's never really just an easy ride to the pearly gates or anything like that. I was met with a tremendous amount of challenge and difficulty and struggle, and I call that my testing period. It was really the period where I was tested as to who I was as an entrepreneur. Could I overcome the obstacles that were presented to me, or would I quit? Would I turn and run? And thankfully, I chose to stay the course, and I chose to never give up, and I chose to cross the finish line no matter what. And in making that choice, I was led to the internet. And about 6 or 7 years ago, about 6 years, I stepped onto the internet for the first time in a business sense. And that dramatically changed the direction of my life as well. And I was fortunate enough to teach myself internet marketing at a time when the internet was really still in an early phase for online marketing and online network marketing. And I was sort of one of the early pioneers of this space. And I used the wisdom and knowledge that I taught myself at such an early age to go out there and build businesses and organizations that brought me you know, a tremendous amount of income for me at the time. I literally went from making, you know, a few $1,000s a month to $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a month within a matter of a few months. And that totally changed my life. And from there, I made the choice that I wanted to teach other people exactly how to do what I had learned how to do. And so I made the choice to start a training company that was focused on empowering individuals all over the world how to teach themselves the most cutting edge tactics and knowledge and really information that was available to further grow their businesses and reach their goals in life. And that company was all about tactics and techniques as well as human empowerment and human potential. And over the last 5 years, I've literally worked with hundreds of thousands of people. We've conducted, some of the largest training programs and releases out of any company in our industry. And I've truly had insight into how communities work and all these major dynamics of creating audiences of hundreds of thousands of people. And it was incredibly rewarding. It took my career to places I guess I never even saw it going when I started out on this journey. It shocked me. It was never even part of the plan, and yet it happened. And 18 months ago, I was going through another transformational experience. I had another major shift in the direction of my life occur, and I realized that I had sort of I didn't see how I could actually continue to help more people. My vision was hundreds of millions of people. I truly wanted to make a difference in the lives of hundreds of millions of people. And while I'm incredibly appreciative of making a difference in the lives of hundreds of thousands of people, I didn't see how the current skills and the current knowledge and everything that I had known at that point, I didn't see how that was going to get me to making a difference in the lives of hundreds of millions of people, which is my true intent for my life on this planet. And so I set off on an adventure. I set off on a course. And I started investigating whole new worlds that I had never known about before. And I found myself knee-deep in the middle of studying apps and gamification and the largest technology companies and the largest technology trends on the planet. And it was a very gritty time period in my life. I literally walked away. Over the last 18 months, I have spent truly almost no energy whatsoever on my marketing business, my training company, or any of my past businesses. I truly walked away from a multi-million-dollar per year business to go focus on what is the future, what is coming next, where am I going to be able to put my energy that's going to make the biggest difference in the world. And it has not been an easy last 18 months. I've had to learn and grow and struggle and strive literally like I was starting all over again to learn and tap myself into this world. And I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars flying all over the country, meeting venture capitalists and different entrepreneurs who have started this company and that company, ranging from billionaires to CEOs to this and to that, all figuring out and piecing together what is next. And my friends, what you're going to hear about tonight is the culmination. It is where all of my life's path has led me to, and it's why I'm so excited to share this message with you tonight. And it is truly in complete alignment with where I believe the future of this industry is going and where I believe we're going to be able to make the biggest difference impacting the world. And as you see, the ripple, the concept of the ripple and your ripple effect on the world is literally unstoppable. That one concept has so much power to create people a life-changing and really just it's an entirely new personal income model that I believe people have ever seen before. And not only could it be one of the most lucrative models I think that anyone's ever seen before, but it truly is a model that I think will reach hundreds of millions of people and make a difference in the lives of so many around the world. And this is really the first time that I'm unveiling this model to my community, so I want to welcome you. I'm so excited that you're here. I'm so glad you're here. And Vanessa, do we have the pre-NDA video that we could potentially share before the next one, just to make sure that that everything's flowing smoothly before we continue? Vanessa, can you hear me? I can't hear you, Vanessa. Hello? Vanessa? Well, that's interesting. Vanessa
All right,
somehow
I was
disappeared.
muted and I couldn't. I'm here. I'm here.
Aha,
Muting
there
was
you
not
are, my dear. Um,
muting was not unmuting. So you want to watch the pre before the other one? That'd be
ab
fine.
absolutely. I'd love to put on the quick pre-trailer just so everybody can see what's going on prior to us actually showing the behind-the-scenes video, and I think everybody would appreciate that. even more. So let's go ahead and play that, my
Absolutely.
friends, and then as soon as we finish this, we'll take it from there.
Welcome to Rippln. In the next 60 days, a new viral app is going to be released to the world. You'll hear about it on your favorite blogs and on TV. The news will cover it. And not only will your friends and family members be talking about it, but complete strangers will also approach you about it. Because the technology involved will not only change how we communicate, in fact, some people are already saying it's the biggest breakthrough since email, it will also change how commerce, both online and offline, is happening. And you'll see firsthand what happens when a company goes viral. You saw it with Twitter, with Facebook, and others. But just imagine if you would have had the chance to be there at the beginning, before Facebook was Facebook, when it was just at Harvard, and you could have gone and talked to Mark Zuckerberg in the cafeteria. What would you have said to him then if you would have known what Facebook would become now? What would you have given to be part of that inner circle when it was first released to the world? Now, do you recognize this guy? His name is Adam D'Angelo. Yeah, most people don't. He looks like he's 13 years old, and he was buddies with Mark Zuckerberg when they were just teenagers. He was there at the beginning with Mark and did a little programming on one of Facebook's first apps. He now owns 0.8% of Facebook. Now, that may not seem like much, but at just 27 years old, Adam's 0.8% is valued at $680 million. And that is the power of getting in early. And it'll be the same with this. But right now, you have a chance. Someone who knows and cares about you has invited you into our inner circle. So you can have a sneak peek behind the velvet rope, where you're going to be able to first see our new viral technology. Second, lock in your position in the inner circle of this new company. And third, give you the ability to invite 5 of your closest friends to join us. Now, at this moment, a brief window has been opened for you, but soon it will be closed. Now, obviously, there are trade secrets that we can't give out to the masses yet, so we have a very simple non-disclosure form that you need to fill out first. This basically says that you won't share any of the information you are on the inside with anyone until the new platform goes live. Now, this will protect both of us and give us the ability to lock in your position now during this NDA phase before the masses find out. And once you're in, you'll then be given 5 invitations to bring in the 5 leaders that you know into our inner circle, so use them wisely. So, are you ready to get started? Great. Then just fill out the short NDA form down below, and once we receive it, you'll be given immediate access to the inside where your journey will begin.
Amazing. That worked perfectly, my dear. And Vanessa, if you could have the post NDA video ready to go soon, I think Vimeo did actually a better job. That would be wonderful. So, my friends, as you were just able to see, there's something happening over the next 60 to 90 days that has never been done before in the world. Essentially, what's happening is we are rolling out the very first platform to reward people for the ripple effect that they have in the marketplace. Now, here's what I mean by this. Right now, if you look at Facebook, there's over 1 billion people on Facebook. Okay, that happened in less than a decade. In just 10 years, Facebook grew from nobody, just a few kids at a college campus, to over 1 billion people. Now, do you think those first 1,000 people who were on Facebook ever could imagine that their ripple effect on the world would have been 1 billion people just a decade later? Yet here's where it gets more interesting. Currently, Facebook is valued at $100 billion. $100 billion. And when we started asking ourselves some important questions like, who created this value, where it led us was we started to reflect on it, and we realized that Facebook literally grew person by person by person by person. It was us who grew Facebook. 5 to 6 years ago, when I started telling all my friends, hey, have you ever heard of this site? And I started getting all of my prospects and students and people to go to Facebook, I literally could be responsible for 1 million people on Facebook right now. And because there's no transparency in the marketplace, I have no idea how many people are on Facebook because of me. I hope that makes sense, and I'll say it in another way. No, Facebook doesn't give me the ability to track my ripple effect on the world. Because I invited 10 friends to Facebook, there could literally be 1 million people on Facebook, and I would have absolutely no way of knowing. And if there was 1 million people on Facebook, that means I've literally made Facebook $100 million. And I have absolutely no way to know because Facebook does not give me transparency. And because there's no transparency in the social graph, in the marketplace right now, we have no way to actually get rewarded for the value that we're creating these companies. Yet if you look at all of the most popular and successful companies launching in the world today, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Angry Birds, Farmville, Zynga, all of these companies are literally built on the back of the social graph. It's us, the people who share these technologies person to person to person to person, that is responsible for them reaching hundreds of millions of people in a matter of years. And these companies go on to earn hundreds of billions of dollars and create hundreds of billions of dollars in value, and we get rewarded for none of it, even though it was our networks, our person-to-person sharing that built the entire thing. With this in mind, we have been working around the clock for the last 18 months coming up with something truly innovative and truly revolutionary that is called Rippln. And Rippln is a platform that tracks your ripple effect across the world. Anytime you share an app, a product, a service, a website, a technology that's connected with Rippln, we will track how your ripple spreads across the world, and any transaction that ever occurs in that ripple, you now have the chance to get paid for it. So imagine, real quick, if you were one of the first 1,000 people on Facebook and you started sharing Facebook with the world, and 10 years later there was 1 billion people there. Could you imagine the value that you would be getting rewarded for the ripple effect that you have on the world? That's essentially the concept that we've come up with and that we're rolling out right now and has gone live literally in the last 96 hours. Now, with that as a basic concept, I want to show you guys the 8-minute video that's going to give you a deeper explanation of what this is and where we're going, and explain the concept in detail and show you the phases of where we're at right now. And then I'll circle back around and give you some more information as soon as we finish.
All right.
Thank you, Vanessa.
You're welcome. Let's see if we can make this baby play.
There's no sound.
Selected to be behind the velvet ropes during this launch process. Now this video is going to be short, but it's going to cover some very important things that are essential for you so that you can capitalize on our massive rollout. So please take out a paper and a pen and get ready to take notes. Now if you're not in a place where you can focus and concentrate on this video, then please pause it and find somewhere that you can be alone. Okay, are you ready? Because the rest of this video needs to stay between us, and I mean that. Because if I reveal too much or too little before it's ready, then it could affect the massive rollout that you're now a part of. Now there are 3 things I'm going to share with you right now. As I go through these, please write them down. First, I'm going to show you exactly what Rippln is. You're going to watch a short 3-minute and 16-second cartoon that's going to explain the core concept. Second, I want to walk you through the 4 phases of Rippln. Now after you understand these 4 phases, you're going to see where we are, but more importantly, where are we going. And last, I'm going to show you how you can participate in this NDA phase and start building your ripples now before the rest of the world is privy to what we are doing. Because when we go live, you will profit from everyone you invited into this phase and the ripples that they've built. But first, I want to show you the trailer video that will be leaked to the world on launch day. Now this video will reveal for the very first time exactly what Rippln is. Now I want to stress, before you watch this video, the only people who have ever seen this video have all signed strict NDAs, so please don't share with anyone else until the time is right. Let me ask you a quick question. When you first heard about Facebook, how many people did you tell? Was it 10, 20, 30 people? How about Twitter or Instagram or Angry Birds? If you're like most people, then it probably went a little something like this. You had a great experience with a new product or service, and so you decided to tell a bunch of your friends, fans, or followers. For number's sake, let's just say you told 7 people. Then those 7 people each got excited to share it with 7 of their friends. Then those friends you started sharing with their friends, and it keeps growing from there. And just like when you throw a stone in the middle of a calm lake, that one action you started quickly creates a ripple that expands until it consumes the whole lake. Now this is what we call the ripple effect. Those 7 people you told quickly became 49 people by your second ripple, 343 people by your third ripple, 2,401 by your fourth, and by your 5th level, you've already reached over over 16,000 people, and it keeps growing from there. And that's if you just told 7 people. Imagine how big of a ripple you created the last time you got excited by a new product. It's crazy how much business you unknowingly brought to these companies. Even though you didn't know it at the time, you created a massive ripple. This form of viral word-of-mouth marketing has made the owners of Facebook, Instagram, and Angry Birds, and other companies you know very, very rich. But what about you? Was it you that helped them spread that message? Are you curious about how many people learned about those companies because you started a ripple effect? Doesn't it make sense that you should get paid for all of the customers that you brought to them? Just imagine what would have happened if a game like Angry Birds would have paid you 50 cents or $1 every time anyone in your entire Ripple downloaded it. How much money would you have made sharing just that one game? But think about how many books, apps, and websites that you and your friends have shared over the last month. Doesn't seem quite fair, does it? You're doing all the marketing and the sales for these companies. They're making hundreds of millions, and in some cases, billions of dollars from your efforts, and you get nothing. Well, a little while ago, we asked ourselves these two important questions. First, when I started Ripple, how far does it go? And second, why aren't I getting paid for the ripple effect that I'm causing for these companies? These two questions kept us up at night. And at first, they made us angry, and then curious, and then a little excited. And that's why we created Rippln. It's a simple way to not only track your Ripple, but to get paid for it as well. Let me show you how it works. First, you download the Rippln app. Then within the app, you can invite all of your friends and followers to do the same. As they spread the word, we will track everything, showing you just how wide and deep your Ripple runs. So now your Ripple is spread quite literally around the globe. This is where the real fun begins, especially if the fact that Angry Birds is making a fortune from connections that you gave them makes you a little angry. Because after you sign up, you can power up and become a Rippln player. Players are those who know the value of their Ripples and want to share in the profit from their Ripples. Just imagine that every time you came across something cool, like a website, a book, or a movie, or the next time a hot new app came out, instead of telling your friends and making the company millions while you get nothing, simply check to see if they're eligible for Rippln commissions and blast them through your entire Ripple for a great payday every time. Doesn't that sound cool? Because at Rippln, we believe that you should be paid for the connections you have and the Ripple you can create. And that's just how it should be. So what are you waiting for? Let's start your first Ripple now. Now, what you just witnessed is the core message behind Rippln. When you download the Rippln app, you will be able to start building your Ripples. But more importantly, you're going to have access to the Rippln communicator. You'll be able to use this app to communicate with your Ripples, build your teams, and so much more. The beta testers on the inside are already calling this the biggest communications breakthrough since email. Now, I want to walk you through the 4 phases of the Rippln rollout. The first phase is now. We're calling this the NDA phase. Now, right now, we're in stealth mode. When Mark Zuckerberg was launching Facebook, he went into stealth mode. He quietly built a core inner circle of partners that he needed to build Facebook's foundation. Now, this is similar. Right now, we have been silently inviting players into our inner circle and then letting each inner circle member bring in people that they have persuasion and influence over. And that's how you got here. When you bring in someone who signs the NDA, then they will be hard-coded to you forever, and their Ripples will become your Ripples. So make sure you choose your invites wisely. Now, phase number 2 is starting very soon. We call this the communication and compensation phase. When this phase begins, we will end the NDA system and release the Rippln app. Everyone you brought into phase number 1 will automatically be added to your Ripples. You'll be able to use our new communication technology to communicate with them. Plus, you'll be able to start sharing the app and creating your ripple effect around the world. Then there will be a massive global internet launch, and the commission plan will be fully engaged. When we enter into this phase, you'll be able to upgrade from a Rippln fan to a Rippln player. Now, players are those who can make money and monetize their Ripples. Now, phase number 3 will begin later this year when we launch the Rippln ecosystem. During this phase, people will start downloading, sharing, and buying things within the app. And as we already know, the freemium model works. All of the highest valued new tech products in the world are free, and the money comes in from in-app purchases and transactions later. And what's cool about this is there's no selling, hawking, or pushing involved. You get rewarded for your influence by simply sharing the coolest new apps and technologies in the world with your friends like you're already doing. And you get paid on your entire ripple effect across the world. And the last phase, well, this is what I almost didn't want to mention yet, but I want you to be aware of it. When you think about companies like Amazon, first they built the biggest distribution network in the world, and then they made billions selling products through those channels. But it wasn't until recently that Amazon opened up their platform, and now anyone can actually become a publisher and sell products to Amazon's entire customer base. It's like getting Walmart to carry your product on their shelf. And this has opened up a whole new world to everyone. Suddenly, any person who had an idea could create a product, write a book, anything really and sell it through Amazon's existing channels. The money that these individuals like you are making is mind-blowing, and the surface has just barely been scratched. And this is what will happen in phase number 4. Now, this won't be immediate, but in the future, you'll have access to sell your products and your services through the channels that you've built. Are you starting to get excited yet? Now, this rollout is going to be a lot of fun, and we're excited to have you on our team. We have a few training videos we want to have you watch to help you get up to speed with what's happening inside of Rippln. And then you need to decide who you want to share this experience with. People that you know who have influence that you would like to have on your team. As I mentioned earlier, choose these invitations wisely. I honestly believe that within a few short months from now, a year from now, and for the rest of your life, you're going to look back at this moment as the instant in which your life changed forever. We're so excited to have you as part of the Rippln family. So log into your Inner Circle area now to get your invites and get started on creating your ripple effect around the world.
Boom, my friends. Boom, boom, boom. So if what you've been hearing and seeing so far is interesting, let me hear you say yes in the questions box in the corner. I want to see some yeses right now and see, do I have your attention? Hell yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Lots of exclamation points. My friends, I'll tell you right now, I have not been as, I don't even know how to describe it. You know, I shared it in the beginning, but I have truly not felt as blessed as I feel right now to literally be at the absolute beginning, the core inner circle of what honestly might be and could be one of the largest movements that we've ever seen in the world. I mean, I truthfully believe and know that at my core. Vanessa, could you please mute yourself one more time?
Oops, sorry, dear.
And I'm not kidding when I tell you that this is literally a movement. What we see happening right now, we see the ability to rebuild the social graph, the entire social graph, the entire interconnected network of people through technology. We see a movement to rebuild the social graph on top of a platform that actually pays you for it. Rebuild the social graph on top of a platform that rewards you for it, so that all of your connections, the ripple effect that you already have in the world, this isn't something you're already doing, you already have this ripple effect in the world. You already share apps and websites and technologies and all these things. You already do it, yet you're not being rewarded. No one's being rewarded for the ripple effect that they have in the world. And I truthfully see hundreds of millions of people discovering that the ripple effect that they have on the world is bigger than they ever imagined. It truly is bigger than they ever even imagined. I see people getting their minds blown when they realize how powerful they are and how influential they are, and that their ripple effect in the world really matters. And second, I see people's lives being changed and people being empowered beyond belief, because all of a sudden they're getting compensated and rewarded and valued for the ripple effect that they have in the world. And this is the first time in history a conversation has ever existed like this. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to give you a page where you can essentially request an invitation to see and join the Ripple. Now, right now, we are in a complete buzz building phase. So we're in what's called phase 1, which is an NDA process where you have to sign and confirm an electronic NDA, and then we're going to give you access to all of the Rippln media. So the videos that you've seen today, plus a few more, we're going to give you access and show you how you actually get rewarded and paid from participating in Rippln. We're going to show you the entire Ripple system and literally let you reserve your spot in the Ripple if you want to start growing your Ripple right now. So in just a moment, I'm going to give you that link, and I want you to be ready because it's a first-come, first-served basis. Essentially, how this works is we only have a certain number of invites. Right now, the way the Ripple works is that the whole Ripple system is throttled. So there's literally, you know, we're in a phase where we're trying to control the growth because this concept has been going completely viral, and we truly do not have unlimited invites. We only have literally 5 invites, and those 5 invites need to confirm. And then once 5 invites confirm, we get 5 more. And once those confirm, we get 5 more. And once those confirm, we get 5 more. And so in a moment, I'm going to give you the link to sort of request an invite, and if you want to, first off, be able to join the Ripple and see the Ripple and get more information, and when I give that to you, I'm going to recommend that if you're interested, you move quickly, and I'll give you some instructions after I give you the link. There's only a few short things you need to fill out, like your name, your email, your phone number, and a little bit of information about you, like your date of birth, etc., and then we can send you an invite. Now, right now, we're in what's called the fan building phase. So everybody can join the Ripple for free right now and become a fan. Now, as a fan, we're going to let you track your ripple effect across the world starting today. So over the next 60 days, we're in what's called the buzz phase, where everybody can join the Ripple for free, and everybody can start sharing the Ripple and track their Ripple as it goes viral across the world. And all of the people that join the Ripple because of you, we're going to track back to you. And then in 60 days, when we enter into phase 2, which is communication and compensation, we're going to turn on the compensation side of this entire plan. And now all those people who are in the Ripple, who are tracked to you, you have the chance to begin getting paid on your entire Ripple effect going across the world. And so we're going to be releasing far more details about that over the next 60 days. We're going to bring you behind the scenes on exactly what apps are coming first, what technologies are coming first, how it's all working. But right now, the point of this call is to really introduce you to the Ripple for the first time, let you sign up as a fan for free and start growing your Ripple right now, and sort of engage you in the conversation so that you can be one of the first people in the world, really, to be a part of the Ripple and get a chance to start growing your Ripple, because I honestly believe that this could reach hundreds of millions of people over the next 36 months. So, Vanessa, can you pull up ripplstrategy.com/invite? And Catlin, can you also put the invitation link? This isn't going to work, Vanessa. You have to pull up the URL for them just so they can see right there. So go to this URL right now, my friends. ripplstrategy.com/invite. And Catlin, if you also include a link, if everybody checks their chat box, a message should go out to everybody in the event right now in the chat box, where you can click the link and it will take you there. But again, what you want to do if you're interested is you want to go to ripplstrategy.com/invite, and this is going to take you to a simple questionnaire form where we will gather the information we need to be able to send you a personal invite code into the Ripple. Now, in order to get into the Ripple right now, you need a unique invite code from someone. And so what this is doing is, if you're not in the Ripple and if nobody's referred you to the Ripple already, this is going to be an invite code from our team specifically. So I am pretty much active in the Ripple. I am super excited about building a humongous Ripple team, and we've already gotten started over the last 72 to 96 hours, and we're going to do some world-changing stuff, my friends. I'll tell you that right now. The specific team that I'm a part of and that I'm have an active leadership role in is going to really change the game, and I know we're going to change a tremendous amount of people's lives. And so if you've ever wanted to literally be on the same team because you vibe with our message and our values and our talents and you know, just our vision, this is truly a chance to play together, and it really is a game. I mean, we're going to have a tremendous amount of fun. This is a chance to play together like never before. So, Vanessa, please pull up ripplstrategy.com/invite, not Rippln.com. There's nothing for them to do at Rippln.com. So we want to make sure that this is where you're going, my friends, Ripple Strategy, except you want to just have the URL up there. There you go. And then, Catlin, please confirm that you also put the link so that everybody can go and request an invitation. So this is the page, my friends, where you'll be able to request an invite code to see more. Now, once you fill this out, here's how this is going to work. Like I said, we literally have limited invite codes. So here's what we're requesting. If you fill this out, we want you to be by your computer, literally be by your email, so that you can check your email over the next 60 to 90 minutes, or it might even take us a little bit longer into the night because we're not sure. There could be a lot of invites. And this is a time-sensitive process. So the way it's going to work is you're going to get a unique invite code from the Ripple. Now you have to enter that unique invite code at the address that we'll give you, and that's going to give you the ability to pretty much access the Ripple and sign the electronic NDA and see all of the material and media that we've posted in the back office for the people who have signed the NDA. Now, if we send you that invite code and you don't respond within, really 30 minutes maximum, that's as long as we're going to wait, then what we're going to do is we're going to reset that invite code and we're going to send it to somebody else, because we really don't have a lot of time. Like, there's a lot of people who are going to want to be able to join the Ripple and start growing the Ripple. Things are moving incredibly quickly, and you'll get a lot more information once you're inside. But if we do reset your code because you didn't respond in enough time, we will circle back around with you and send you another code as soon as everybody else who's responding has got their code. So this is time sensitive. Look for an email from us tonight. We will get you an email tonight with an invitation code to join the Ripple. And we will also give you complete instructions on what to do next. So after we send you an invitation code to join the Ripple, we're then going to send you an email that has that invitation code in it, so you can enter it right then and there. And we'll give you instructions on exactly what to do next. And over the next few days, we'll be leading some strategy calls, some team calls to kind of just bring everybody up to speed on what's happening right now. We'll share more of the vision, where are we going in the future. We'll share more of the team that is behind this. There's an incredible team behind it. I am one person out of many people. I feel blessed and absolutely honored to be a part of such an incredible team that has been working on the Rippln concepts and the Rippln platform for literally 18 months. And I will introduce you to more of those people once you're inside the Ripple. And we'll also share with you the entire rewards plan for how people can actually get rewarded and get paid for the ripple effect that they're growing on the world. Plus, we'll share with you some of the strategy of how the Ripple is going to roll out across the world over the next 6 months. But what I can promise you is this. You will hear about this. You will see this. This will be one of the fastest growing, most viral concepts that I ever believe has existed inside of this industry. And truthfully, it goes beyond this industry, and we're talking about the world at this point. Since we launched the Ripple to a very small group of people who were at an event in Dallas with us just 5 days ago, the Ripple has already grown to over 83,000 people around the world. 83,000 people in 5 days. So this is not just a concept anymore. This is literally a movement. There is more support and more momentum and more buzz for the concept of rebuilding the social graph on top of a platform that actually pays you for it than anything I've ever seen. And so this is very, very, very exciting, my friends. And the last thing that I want to say is that if you were referred by someone in the Ripple already, make sure that you get back to the person who referred you. So if you've been working with some of my other teammates already, or some people who are part of our team already, or whatever it may be, I want to tell you that to make sure that you get back to the person who referred you, or whoever invited you, and you want to ask them for a unique invite code. And really, if you don't have an invite code, and this is the first time you're hearing about it, and you specifically want to work inside of our team, then go to ripplstrategy.com/invite and fill out this form. and we will follow up with you later tonight to get you a unique invite code. And if you've been talking to somebody else, then I suggest that you go and get back in touch with the person who referred you. So with that said, my friends, this is truly one of the most exciting time periods of my personal life. I have spent the last 18 months working on some of these concepts and working to be the person that I need to be and who I needed to become to really reach our goals and our vision of impacting hundreds of millions of people's lives around the world. I believe that the Ripple is a movement to reclaim the wealth of the technology industry and put it back in the hands of the people. I believe that the Ripple is meant to show people the value that they command in the marketplace. It's meant to show them their worth in a way that they've never seen it before. I believe that this conversation will pierce the masses. It will pierce the generations of people who have never been an entrepreneur before, who have never been involved in our industry before, and I believe we finally have something cool enough to attract the people who have never been attractable, and this concept of the Ripple will go viral, and there will be people sharing this with everyone under the sun, because I can't think of a single solitary person in the world who does not want to see the ripple effect that they have, their impact on the world, and get a chance to get rewarded and paid for that value. So one more time, my friends, go to ripplstrategy.com/invite, ripplstrategy.com/invite, and fill out this form as quickly as you can. And as soon as you fill out this form, it will be a first come, first served basis where we will start getting back in touch with the people who filled out the form immediately so that we can send you a unique invitation code to join the Ripple. And from there, my friends, be on the lookout for some updates from us very soon. We will be sending out some updates on behalf of the entire Rippln team. We will also be sending out updates on behalf of our personal team. We will keep track of your email if you are in our personal team, and we will send you out some updates so you can get plugged into some of the stuff that's happening. And I'm incredibly excited at the possibility of working, but really playing. Really playing and having a tremendous amount of fun with all of you. And with that said, Vanessa, is there anything you want to say in closing before we end the evening here?
No, I just I think that was absolutely fabulous. Every time I hear the story, I continue to get more and more excited about the potential for what we can do in the world. And so I guess that's what I want to say.
That is amazing, my dear. That is absolutely amazing. So everybody, go to ripplstrategy.com/invite, and if you have filled that out, be on the lookout for an email coming from us ASAP, and we will get back to you shortly. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm excited to have the chance to grow Ripple around the world with you, and this is truly just the beginning. We'll see you all soon.